Hello guys, welcome back. So I want you guys to take a little break because now like we have already finished the problem solving approach and we have finished the big O notation. Okay, and we are going to learn about the problem solving patterns from next, or we can say like from now onwards. Okay, so I want to quickly recap like whatever we have learned so far. Okay, and I want you guys to make sure you have well revised whatever I have taught you in the past few videos. Okay, because big O notation is also one of the thing which I am going to use a lot while solving the problems in the problem solving patterns section. Okay, and then problem solving approach, what was the motto of telling you about the problem solving approach, right? Because if you think like a normal developer, if you think like a beginner, in case if I directly start teaching you about the data structures and algorithms, okay, I'll start explaining you about like this is the data structure and this way we can solve it, this is a data graph, this way we can solve it. I'll simply show you the data structure, introduce the data structure, and I'll start solving it, right? That point of time you will think like, okay, I understood everything, now I can work on this data structure. But whenever the times comes, whenever you sit in the interview, right, that time you will forget literally everything. Okay, you will not get even a single percent of idea like from where should I pick this problem. Your heartbeat will start racing and you will get fumbled, right? So that is why to give you a proper roadmap, okay, how you should behave while you are attending any coding interview, how you should react, you should be vocal, okay, how you should pick the problem to solve it, okay, those are the crucial steps which you should take or you should be aware of before sitting into the interview. And it's not just applies on the interviews, okay, it applies on your regular job as well. If you are already in the industry and if you got some task, you have to ask your senior or whoever is giving you the task the enough questions so that you can solve those you can like work on those tasks, right? Because if you don't have enough information, then what you are going to work on is a question, right? So that is why these were the important steps before jumping into the coding part. That is why I decided to tell you about these things first, and then from I think next from now onwards, like we will be jumping into the coding part slowly. I'll start with some small problems and then gradually we'll start working on the bigger problems. Okay, we'll start working on the fancy things like data structures, algorithms, recursion, and all those crazy stuff. Okay, so now let's quickly recap whatever we have learned. Okay, okay, so let's recap like whatever we were learning in the past few lectures. As you already know, like we are done with the problem solving approach part. Okay, and we are going to start working on the problem solving patterns. I will be telling you about the like what problem solving patterns we are going to learn in the next video. Okay, and then we'll start working in the coding part. So let's quickly discuss these points. Okay, whatever we were learning so far. Okay, so understanding the problem, you have to make sure you ask enough questions to the interviewer in order to solve the particular problem. Okay, and then you have to relate it with some concrete examples. Make sure you write some concrete examples in order to solve your problem, in order to get the idea of the edge cases and all those stuff, right? Because you will get some edge cases while solving your problem, right? And this step will help you a lot, like gaining insights on those things. Okay, break it down into sub problems. Obviously, you whenever you get a problem, you are not gonna directly solve that problem altogether. Okay, you have to follow some steps, you have to follow some procedures, you have to break it down into sub problems because you have to make your life easy, right? While solving something, you should enjoy coding. Okay, you should not code something in depression. Okay, and this is what happens like most of the time in the interviews. Okay, they give you a problem. If you don't know about these things, these steps which are what I've just explained you, like you will start reading the question and you will almost go into a coma, right? You will start thinking like how I'm going to solve this problem, bro, I have no idea. Okay, so that is why these steps are way more important. Okay, now you have broken down a big problem into small sub problems. Let's move on to the next step where you will be solving or simplifying those problems. Okay, so what does simplify means, I've already explained in the previous one of the previous lectures. Like in case if you're getting stuck in some sub problem, then leave that for time being, progress to the next sub problem, solve those sub problems, and then gradually you will gain some insights how to solve the problem which you have left. Okay, and in case if you don't get the insights of like how to still you are unable to manage like how to solve that sub problem, then you can leave that as it is. Okay, so what will happen, you can at least show something to the interviewer, right? Instead of showing the zero progress, you can at least show some progress, and they will also get the idea like, yeah, he is able to do it, but somehow because of maybe because of the interview pressure or something, he is unable to do those particular small steps. But at least I have the roadmap like what he's about to do. Okay, and then look back and refactor, I would say. Like you should refactor your code, because if you write the scrappy code, if you submit it for the review while in interview, then like it can create a bad impression, right? So that is why you should always refactor your code, so that it will be easy to understand like what you have written. Okay, and I've already shown you like how you should refactor your code. Okay, so make sure you go and watch that video. Okay, so these are the steps which you are learning in the past couple of videos. Okay, now since we are about to start the like problem solving patterns, so these are the prerequisites which I have mentioned here, which is highly recommended for you guys to prepare before start learning about the problem solving patterns. Okay, so big O notation is a must. If you're still not feeling confident about the big O notation, go watch those videos multiple times. Make sure you are ready with the big O notation, because these are things which I'm not going to explain from now onwards. I'll just tell you like this is the big O of this particular code, and this is the big O of so and so code. Okay, now problem solving approach and pattern. It is well and good if you start applying whatever steps I have explained you in the past couple of videos right from the beginning of the coding lectures, which I will be showing you in from the next couple of videos. Okay, so if you start applying this from the right first video of the coding part, then it will help you a lot. Like you will become habitual of solving the problems in the same way. Okay, and then in case if you are going into the interview, you won't even feel like you are giving an interview. It will be like your daily routine, right? So that is why make sure you are ready with these two steps, and then let's jump into the problem solving patterns. Let's see some of the crazy problem solving patterns which helps you to solve the problems. Okay, so this is it for this lecture, guys. See you there.